All right.
Hey, we are live. You guys were witness to our post or pre-show conversations. In lieu of music, you just get to listen to us droll on about whatever. I'm going to work on my accuracy here and pelt Jeb in the face with the top flight. So it's all good. We are SEC After Dark, presented by the Ole Miss Conference Network, and in conjunction with the Bleav Network, to bring you our weekly show. The weekly fun SEC After Dark, where our nickname is Off the Rails Podcast, which might be a fitting name sometimes. But I got a lot to talk about, got a lot of fun things to talk about. Morgan Wallen upstaging Ole Miss Football. G-Day coming up, the quarterback battles there. We got some things in the works that's going to be fun, hopefully. But like I said, Steve, Jeb, and Jake, how you boys doing?
Doing great.
I'm doing fantastic. I've been off all week. It's my birthday week.
Oh, man.
Birthday's Friday, so I just been off all week, just chilling out.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday. So we are presented also by betonline.ag. BetOnline remains your number one source for all college basketball betting this season, but college basketball is over. So we're going to switch over to the NBA. The play-in games happened, I think, last night. I'm not sure how they shook out, but they did indeed happen. The NHL playoffs are right around the corner, and MLB is firing up as well. So you can get analysis of every play, prop, and point at BetOnline. You'll find the latest odds, contests, team matchups, game trends at BetOnline. Updated odds for everything from live games to the NBA playoffs, right through that Game 7 and the NBA Finals. BetOnline remains to be not only your basketball headquarters, but all other sports as well. So head to the website today, use your mobile device to sign up, receive that 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Be sure to use our promo code BLEAV, BLEAV, to receive your bonus. BetOnline.ag, it's where the game starts. Yeah. Where shall we start?
I think we should start about what you see in the thumbnail, the After Dark Commentary and Reactions channel. Like what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? Like, yeah.
Well, we did that because SEC After Dark is just so much fun, and we have fun doing it, actually. So After Dark became a nice little brand to do. It's still the Ole Miss Conference Network, but you can find us now on Twitter at SEC After Dark. I mean, that you can just search that, and it will come up. We are going to do reactions and commentary on things other than SEC football, other than Ole Miss football, Ole Miss baseball. We're going to have a variety on this channel. There's going to be new personalities that come into here from time to time. And we are going to essentially have fun because that's what we want to do. We want to make all this fun. We're all about perspectives. Right now we're working on an Ole Miss baseball show with Derek Vandy Griff. We're going to put him on there. And we're working on, we're going to start with 1923. We're going to do a rewatch of that this summer, sometime in late June. And potentially we could have, Bill Couch coming on, who has a Twilight Zone podcast.
Wow. Okay.
So we're going to, we are absolutely expanding. But we are the four primaries. We will always be the four primaries. And we're going to try and do that. So I hope everybody has a good time with it. I hope everybody enjoys it. And, I'm pretty excited about it.
So I'm guessing SEC is not SEC After Dark. Just means we're just an SEC lifestyle show. So we're going to talk about everything. We're not going to, if you're coming here for like deep diving analysis and breaking down every third down coverage and all that stuff, you're probably not the right place. We can certainly point you in that direction. But if you want to have some fun, go off the rails, and enjoy the chat and a great live program.
That's us.
That's definitely us. And we'll give you a little analysis here and there of like why Arkansas should have punted on fourth down versus going for it. Why Lane Kiffin is coaching like he's a 9-year-old playing Madden, things like that. Like we'll break that kind of stuff down, but we're not gonna dive too deep.
Yeah, nor should we, honestly.
Yeah.
But during football season, this is a different show than not football season.
Mm-hmm. That's what I love about it. Like we're gonna make picks, and we're gonna tell you who not to pick and who not to gamble on. when you use Bet Online to make your bets. But
You can listen to Becky. I mean, that's probably your best bet.
That is your best bet.
she's gonna make you rich. Not me though.
Yeah.
Even though I finished second place. But
Stacy.
hello,
There's
Stacey.
Stacy.
Hello,
I
hello,
wonder if
Cass.
Stacy heard our announcement.
Cuz, did you hear the announcement? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. You acted like he was gonna respond.
Yeah.
Hey, Stacey, did you hear?
Well, I can read the chat. So
But can you hear the chat?
yeah,
Steven probably can.
I can hear colors.
Yes, I can hear colors. I can.
Chauncey missed it, he said.
Yeah.
I just joined. Sorry. Yeah, our announcement is that we're not a football analysis show. It's just loosely based on the SEC.
No, we the announcement, Chauncey, is we have expanded the show, or we're going to expand the show. And SEC After Dark will just be one programming. We're planning on an Ole Miss baseball podcast once a week. We're planning on some variety shows like 1923. We're going to do a rewatch/watch of that. Indiana Jones, we're probably going to do a watch of that. We're going to do a reaction of that. Stuff like that. And then once football season starts, this is a completely different show when football season starts, because Corey is, an offensive coordinator at a local high school in Nashville. I'm a former staff member at Ole Miss. Jeb's just a guy, and Jake's just a guy. So he does his Tide Talk Live with his partner Stacey, which y'all should check that out as well. But this channel
Stacey Blackwood.
is about to explode. It really is.
It is, absolutely.
It is, and if you need to get on board, but also you can find the Locked On Ole Miss linked to our channel. So if you want to see Steve in the Locked On Ole Miss channel, you can just go right to our page. You can watch us, then watch Steve, and then scroll down a little further, because obviously Steve created the page, so Locked On Ole Miss is going to be first. Then you could do Bleav In Georgia Dawgs, just because chronologically I just was the second person to send my playlist. So that you can catch me there, and we'll link those shows. And then as soon as Jake and Stacey get their show in there, so you can check. We're going to create a one-stop shop for all of our shows, and then Jeb's show, you just catch it anytime you want.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be great.
No, Chauncey, the Ole Miss Baseball Podcast is going to be Derek Vandegrift doing that.
Yeah, it's a different person. I don't blame you. I don't think you want to hear me talking about Ole Miss baseball, because I know more about how that helmet in the background was built than I do with Ole Miss baseball. I barely know about Georgia baseball. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I talk about it in other questions and know what I'm watching. I am not a nuts and bolts fan of Ole Miss baseball. That's what Derek's for.
There's only one team I'm a nuts and bolts fan of in baseball, and that's the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Truly a lifelong fan since I could remember.
Well, oh my God, all my injuries though. Good God.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been a lifelong Detroit fan for like a month.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, attaboy, Steven.
By the way,
Steven from the 313.
I absolutely picked the perfect baseball team. They are terrible. It's like the first half of Major League happening every night.
Yeah, you did. You wanted to go for one of the worst teams.
Oh,
and you
yes.
succeeded.
Nobody
in that venture.
can ever accuse me of glory hunting. Nobody.
Between them and the Saints, no.
Yeah.
Of course, you could have picked the Pirates. That would have been a worse selection. Pirates are pretty bad.
I want to bring something up real quick since we just touched a little bit about NFL, but have y'all seen that the Titans are in the mock draft going to move up and get Anthony Richardson? Have y'all seen that? We just got a new GM. What the hell is he thinking?
He's thinking. I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
I don't either. I mean,
Potential. The Titans are real bad about drafting off
Well,
potential.
Bob Uecker there for you. Yeah, I'm not real sure what's going on here, because I'm just at a loss of words. Like,
I know.
they're enamored with the physical attributes, I guess.
Yeah,
That's all he has.
They get bad about that sometimes.
But they better go hire Greg Roman as the offensive coordinator because he's the only one that can do anything with that type of talent.
Yep.
See Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
And by the way, I'm in no way saying Anthony Richardson could hold a candle to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a special dude. Just throwing that out there.
Right.
Chauncey think of an NBA team to follow. He's thinking the Sacramento Kings, and Terrence Davis, the only Ole Miss player in the NBA, is on that roster. So that's probably why. I would honestly go Pelicans because I just like the name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Hornets fan, as everybody knows. So I'm always
Once
miserable.
again, not glory hunting as well.
I'm definitely not glory hunting. I stick with the city of Atlanta. I'm a Hawks fan. Somehow,
stick with my state, so I'm a Grizzlies fan.
somehow I'm a Hawks fan. I don't really know why sometimes, but
okay. And this comment up here, just because we're going to jump back and forth, apparently, just all over the place. With Malik being better than Richardson, why do you think Tennessee has just completely just dropped Malik Willis as an option? Because he was drafted in the 3rd round. He was drafted with the understanding he would not be ready the first year and was going to need time. They tried to throw him in some the first year. He didn't look good. And now they're saying, okay, they're done with him. I mean, I don't know enough about the sport. Maybe I just don't understand. Did he do something so bad during while he was there that just made it change the perspective on him?
I don't know, but the last 4 starts last 2 I know of was Joshua Dodds, and he did great. So why not give him a shot?
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, I thought he did really well.
I did too, but he looked overwhelmed at times.
Well, I mean, he just got thrown in there. I mean, so that's understandable.
Last year,
can't bank his job on that.
Last year, I was on the Locked On Network's Draft podcast, and they specifically brought up quarterbacks because Matt Corral was one of the 4, and I was on that panel because of that. So, I said that every quarterback, all 4 of them, including Matt Corral, needed to be on the Steve McNair plan, to where they just go hold a clipboard for 2 years, or because if anybody is forced to play, they're going to end up in the USFL.
Yeah,
and I'm still convinced of that. And all
that's
of them
definitely
have
true
work
for
to
Malik
do.
Willis.
Yeah, and I think it's probably true for Kenny Pickett.
Maybe not. I mean, he's not going to be great by any stretch, but I mean, he'll be serviceable for.
Jimmy Garoppolo is his ceiling.
Yeah,
not a terrible ceiling.
Yeah. And, Matt Corral, we don't know what that's going to be because he had the injury forced the Panthers to not do something stupid by throwing him out on the field.
By Desmond Ritter.
Well, then you got Desmond Ritter. Yeah. You're going to see what he's got. I mean, the Falcons are going all in on Desmond Ritter, apparently. They went all in on Desmond Ritter, but let's be honest, by week 8, that's going to be Taylor Heineke's team. Because for some reason, Taylor Heineke just somehow finds a way to get it done. Like his talent is like a backup in the USFL, or backup in the XFL, but just somehow came to the team formerly known as the Washington Football Team and just took that job over, and then kept getting screwed.
Chauncey had a question. It's like asking if we are going to switch to YouTube TV. Those early prices for Sunday tickets seem reasonable. But he has Hulu TV. I have YouTube TV, and
I do too.
Yes, those prices do seem absolutely reasonable. It's like
if YouTube TV wants to bring us on, that would be even better.
Yeah. 2 of the 4 panel here has it. So.
$270 or something like that for the Sunday ticket and Red Zone. So yeah,
that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. Now,
you
if you wait,
you want to split that and give me the password?
Yeah, me and Jeb could play that game because he's right down the street from me.
Yeah.
But it'd be difficult whenever there's a person logging in Central Florida and a person in Nashville.
That's what I'm wondering. Is there any way to share that? I guess there's not really, because they can figure out where you're logging in from.
Yeah, it's location based.
Not for me. I got VPN Vanish, so I don't have a VPN number. I'm hiding mine.
What you searching over there, Jake?
Nothing.
You've been hanging out with Jeb too long.
That's a good question. I wonder if we can use that. See, I'm wondering about because if I go up and travel,
who's to say you're not like Who's to say Becky's not watching at home and you're not out of town?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it would be at two different places at once because it'd be the Titans we want to watch.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I won't
Right
really
now,
be
I'm
able to see
going. I'm
practice.
going to make you guys jealous. Okay.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I've got the MLB extra innings package, and my password is shared with my mother-in-law so she can watch the Braves from Nashville.
There you
Probably
go.
shouldn't announce that online. They might be listening.
MLB, if you're listening, does she not know that like the Braves are either on Apple TV Plus or
Which
Bally
is garbage.
Sports every night?
And Bali is too.
I like our new announcer. Him and Frank.
I do
Gore.
too.
Him and Frank Gore have a good rapport. We played against Jeff Frank Gore in high school.
Frank Core's announced. He's old enough to be calling games now.
Yeah. He's like 45.
Me and Frank Gore are the same age.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Frank
We
Gore
graduated
happened
the
after
same
I
year.
quit watching baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and I graduated the same year. We played against each other in high school.
Oh, wow.
Dude came in through straight 98-mile-an-hour gas. And then he played center field. I'll never forget this. Jeff Frank Gore played center field for Parkview High School. They came in. I was riding the pine, so I didn't really actually play against him. But I was in the dugout while he was playing. I was wearing a uniform and eating sunflower seeds. But so one of our batters hit a ball that any other center fielder, it's over their head. Any other high school center fielder, it's over their head, and it's extra bases. Triple, maybe even inside the park home run. Jeff Frank Gore pauses, looks up, 1, 2, turns his back, sprints to a spot, turns around, puts his glove up, catches it perfectly,
Wow.
and rifles it in. Rifles a pellet to the cutoff man standing by the pitcher's mound. And this was probably 380 feet in center field because it didn't quite make it to the fence, the 400-foot fence. But it was.
So his throw didn't bounce or anything. It was just rocket right to the glove.
It was a straight pellet.
Wow.
Man,
I mean, the dude was impressive play. If he didn't have the Vlad Guerrero plate philosophy, where he's just if it's a pitch coming towards him, he's going to swing at it no matter where it is, and you could beat him easily with a slider low and away every time, he would have probably played a lot longer.
Whenever I was in high school, I'm playing baseball, and I was in no means a good baseball player.
He's a great announcer.
I was a serviceable player on a bad team. So that tells you what I am. But whenever we played somebody that threw gas, like we played against Quitman High School back in the day, and they had a pitcher that could throw like 95 miles an hour and was going to get drafted.
Was his name Cy Young?
Yeah. So in high school in 95, that was just unhittable.
1895.
But my philosophy was going up to the plate. I'm swinging at the first pitch because it's likely going to be a fastball, just to get his nerves settled. And if it's anywhere close, I was swinging. And that was I probably hit the hardest ball in my high school career off the bat. But I hit just a seed down to third base and line drive, and he caught it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's so.
But
unlucky.
I just straight turned on that thing, and it felt so good. I didn't even feel it hit the bat. That's how clean I hit it. And
it's the best feeling.
Yeah. And then he struck me out the next 2 times, and we didn't score a run that game. But I think the only solid contact was that line drive to third base, because that dude was nasty.
Yeah. Frank Gore is a closer. He's a closing pitcher. He comes in just a straight fire. We had a kid played for us. He was a junior when I was a senior. He got drafted he played at Georgia Tech, and then got drafted by the Braves. Played in the Braves system for a long time. Never made it to the show, but he got as high as AAA for a stint as a relief pitcher, but left-handed guy.
What's his name?
Lee Hyde.
Lee Hyde. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, played in Mississippi for a long time. So, yeah. That's my Jeff Frank Gore story, but I think he's doing it. Him and Galden. I can't remember the guy's name, but Brandon Gaudin. I think.
Yeah.
Brandon Gaudin, Jeff Frank Gore. That's a good team.
Yeah.
And then
They did
Tom
really
Glavit's
good.
going to fill in every once in a while, and Brian Jordan's going to fill in every once in a while, which I think those are also two really good options. So it's good stuff. But yeah, Frank Gore is old enough to be calling baseball games. If I'm old enough to call a baseball game, he is, because we're the same age.
Oh, it's so frustrating to be a Tigers fan.
2-8, I saw.
You regretting that decision there, Steve?
No, I'm not necessarily regretting that decision. Did Jeb freeze up or something? Yes.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh,
But it's a mess. It just really is.
You picked arguably the worst sports city in the world to be a fan of.
Yeah,
Detroit.
But
They're bad at everything except hockey.
In the ninth inning, they're up 3-1 in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
They walk the first two batters and advance them to second and third on a wild pitch.
oh God.
Sounds about right.
So they can still get out of it. I mean, but two fly balls and it's a tie game. But their bullpen is so awful, just so awful.
They don't have the worst record in the league, though. I just saw.
That's because
Athletics
they
had
took
that.
2 out of 3 from Houston.
Right. That's awesome.
Jeb wins the staring contest.
I don't know if y'all can even hear me. It's okay.
No, we can now.
We got you now. Yeah, the A's, soon to be the Nashville A's.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't that a rumor that they're moving?
Is
To
that
Nashville,
really?
yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
The
Which
Oakland A's?
that
Well,
puts me in a bind then. Do I become a Nashville A's fan or do I stick with lifelong Braves?
I feel like Brad Pitt needs to come up here and talk about 50 foot of crap.
And then us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's always been a big issue with moving a team to Tennessee. Is most people around here are lifelong diehard Braves fans. We all grew up that way,
Right.
so it's going to be interesting. I mean, there's a lot of implants now. I guess a lot of people that have been coming.
But
to
you know how
Nashville.
Nashville is. They find a team and they just go,
Yeah,
just
it
latch
definitely
on.
happened with football. So
And then they
Is
just
that
hit a
tight?
batter. It's the top of the ninth. They've walked 3 people.
Steve, just go ahead and put the Tigers game in one of these boxes and
Hey.
just watch along with you here.
Good.
Hey,
my internet's not working anyway.
Hey, let me tell y'all this. We have a up in Huntsville. They're the Trash City Pandas, Rocket City Pandas.
I heard about this.
yeah.
The Trash
Yes.
Pandas.
Yeah, the Trash Pandas. So
They threw a no-hitter.
and lost.
7-0.
7-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what?
amazing.
How does that happen? They walked like there was a pitcher who hit 3 in a row, hit 3 batters in a row, and then they had like 4 walks in the inning, and I don't think they ever got it. They never got a hit, but but waltzed and hit batsmen. It was crazy. 7-5.
So, all right. So,
Records
speaking
are
of minor
still
league
bad.
baseball, Israel and I talked about this last night. We're going to, and it's gonna. We got to copyright this pretty soon, but let's get Israel on the boat, and then the 4 of us can create an ownership group for a new team in the league with the Savannah Bananas and the Carolina Disco Turkeys. And we're going to be we just got to pick a city, but we're going to be the Thunder Chickens.
Okay. Well,
They definitely need to expand that league.
is Israel going to be the money part
Oh,
of it?
no. Y'all need to be the Thundercats. And then
No,
whenever
Thunder-
you run out to take the field, you can say Thundercats, and the crowd can go, ho!
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We can still do that with Thunder Chickens. You know what a Thunder Chicken is?
No.
Anybody want to take a guess at what a Thunder Chicken is? This is South Georgia vocabulary for you guys.
It's a chicken that lost thunder.
Thunder Chicken. No guess. Do you know what a disco turkey is?
No. We don't speak Georgia.
Yeah.
That's a Carolina. That's the Carolina disco turkey.
Same difference. Y'all both
It's
have
a pe-
peaches.
It's a peacock.
Oh, okay.
Disco turkeys is a peacock
That makes sense.
because it's like a peacock is just.
Why do you have an Allen wrench?
I don't know. I'm just. It was on my
Like that
desk.
something in your hands. Yeah. I do
Oh,
that.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, like Ricky Bobby.
Right.
I was like, what is going on? What does he have in his hands?
Y'all want to see some randomness? All right. Got some
Keys.
Just random keys.
Sharpie. Nirvana fan, so heart-shaped box.
Nice.
All right. A brand of, because I have really bad dry hands.
Bloody knuckles.
Oh. I used to get that.
Brush
in
to
Nashville.
clean the keyboard.
Yeah.
Xbox controller.
Ah, got one of those here too.
Yeah.
Hey, nice. We all got Xbox controllers.
In case I want to pop a top
There
Naturally.
you go.
or uncork some wine
Uh-huh.
or cut up some fruit.
So we've gotten to the Corey takes inventory portion of the podcast.
Yep.
Well, you asked, you receive. All right. No.
Chauncey-
So the hang on, Steve. Hang on, Steve.
right.
The answer to the question, what is a thunder chicken? It's just a turkey.
Okay.
Turkey.
After you said peacock, that was going to be my guess for a thunder one.
Yeah.
And Israel killed a few of them over spring break.
Nice.
I think I ate one over Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I ate a bunch.
Anyway,
All right,
Chauncey's
sure, I got one
question was
Steve,
why the Detroit Tigers, essentially. And
Go
the
listen to
answer
like a
is,
few episodes back, Chauncey. He
yeah.
explains it in great detail.
Yeah, it's a situation where their A-ball team is 15 minutes from my house. So we have that. But I wanted to pick a team whenever I was going to do it. I decided to go all in, but I wasn't committing then to the Detroit Tigers. So I was like, hey, should I be a fan of who I followed before the 94 strike? And that was the Chicago Cubs. And I was like, I don't think so. That relationship has been severed. So I did want a gory hunt. I picked a region, and it came down to like 4 or 5 teams. And it was like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Detroit, and somebody else, maybe Baltimore or something like that. I don't.
You said Toronto, I think, was one of your choices.
Yeah, but Toronto, I can never root for a Canadian team, and I won't root for a local team, even though they're pretty good, because going to games can be expensive. So I don't want that to even be an option. So it had to have a little bit of space out there.
Yeah.
So it came down. Spring training's right down the road from me. I enjoyed their uniforms. Honestly, I think they're the best looking team in baseball as far as uniforms go.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
And I just like it, and there's the stadium, Lakeland. The stadium in Lakeland's like really nice. So,
Haven't seen it yet.
they're gonna absolutely let them score a third run.
They will. That's Tiger baseball for you.
It's runners on first and third now. 1 out. Tigers lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th.
Oh my gosh. Nobody.
And I'm just going. I'm rooting for 60 wins this season. I am not any way fooled about what I was coming into, but
Hey, you
still
58 more and you
infuriating.
got it.
Yeah, still infuriating. They took 2 out of 3 from the Astros. I don't know how that happened.
Bad game for the Astros, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Torkelson just hit a bomb.
That kid is special. He's going to be really good.
Yeah, I think he hit the train tracks.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at my phone. I've got the freaking game cast on, and I'm just waiting for Toronto to hit the ball.
I haven't been keeping up with hockey. How the Predators been doing this year?
They're in
I
the
don't think it's
playoffs
good.
now, ain't they?
Are
Is
they?
everybody in the playoffs yet?
Oh, I got to see if the Hawks won their play-in game. Speaking of NBA.
Let's look at Nashville Predators.
Yeah, now we're all gonna have to take a break. Let's everybody Google. We'll get back.
And sacrifice fly.
Oh, yeah,
really?
the Hawks did win. The Hawks beat the Heat. Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the
it is
Lakers
3-3.
won. Steve, whatever you do, don't pick the Lakers.
I'm not going to do the NBA thing. For whatever reason, And if I
Steve,
did,
go local and pick the Magic.
yeah, because their D League team is in Lakeland also. like 15 minutes from my house. Yeah.
There you go. So go local, pick the Magic.
The Predators, Jeb, are 41, 31, and 8 this year.
Oh, better than I thought then. For some reason, I thought they were having a bad season.
Let's see. They are.
It's not a great season, but still.
Looking to see. Come on. My computer's been slow. Hang tight.
Oh, while he's looking that up, just because you mentioned the Lakers, I think the Grizzlies are playing the Lakers in the NBA playoffs. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, they have 90 points on the season. They are 5th in the Central and the Western side.
Yeah.
So.
Enough to get them in anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hit 3,600 subscribers on YouTube today.
All right.
Hey, speaking of that, be a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm almost to 400, so I got a little ways to go.
We got to 2,000 ourselves yesterday.
But if I can get to, even if you don't give to, what's about Georgia football, just subscribe to the channel. Just subscribe to the channel, and then you don't have to pay attention to it. But just subscribe to the channel. Get me to 1,000 so YouTube can start paying me, because my views don't match my subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are just like, it's coming up. It's coming up in the algorithm. And part of the fun, whenever you're doing...
Bleav In Georgia Dawgs is my channel.
Spell Bleav.
BLEAV.
There you go.
Yeah, subscribing to channels is completely free. Costs you absolutely nothing.
Yep.
All you got to do is click subscribe.
We got to,
very easy.
We're on the up and up as well. So follow us, Ty Talk Live. So follow Steve and follow Jeb.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Follow that guy.
Hey, I'm not 100% sure what the name is, but follow Bill Couch's Twilight Zone podcast.
There you go.
Yeah.
I might have that in here. I've been listening to some of it. It's actually pretty good.
Why can't I send this tweet? I'm trying to send a tweet right now, and it won't say. I'm trying to reply to a tweet. It just won't let me do it.
Corey, have you looked at your analytics on your channel? Stacey keeps over the hours, and 80% of our audience is not even subscribed to our. I think like a month ago, it's like 90%. So I mean, it's wild.
Well, let's do a deep dive here into the analytics of Bleav In Georgia Dawgs podcast channel. All right, so over the last 28 days, I've gotten 8,700 views. In the month of March, I got 17.3 thousand views. I increased by 120 subscribers. I thought I was at 400. I'm only at 350. My last video, my highest performing video in the month of March was when we talked about the 3 permanent opponents and Stegman Coliseum falling apart. That was 5,421 viewers. Let's see. Audience. I had 11,000 unique viewers, 3,000 returning viewers. Where do you find the demographics here? This is great podcasting.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It is.
I got 58% of my views are browsers.
Browsers.com?
Browsers.com. Browse features.
Jeb, don't Google that.
People.
Too late.
It's already bookmarked for him.
Right,
yeah. Yeah, Cassidy, it's okay. We're gonna do another new episode tomorrow, previewing G Day. But one of our other really good performing videos was when Israel talked about his trip to the Georgia Coaches Clinic. That was a lot of fun. So go check that one out. If you ever want to know how the inner workings of Kirby Smart Run program goes, Israel had some great insight on that.
Yeah, if we're talking about new shows, tomorrow we're doing a show about how Ole Miss's offense could be really, really explosive next season because of Quinshon Judkins and the improvement of Jackson Dart. We talked about transfer portal acquisition targets that are rumored to go around, and we had Derek Vandegrift on to talk about what the hell is wrong with Ole Miss's baseball team. So, and the answer to that was a lot.
Number one reason for Jake's VPN. I did listen to that. Yeah. You listened to that? Yeah. Kaysen coming in with some more tea. I love it. 13,000 views, but only 17% of viewers are subscribed to Jesus.
Wow.
That I feel like that's my channel too. I feel like if I pulled that same analytic, it would be very similar.
The trick is you want subscribers because you need subscribers to reach different tiers in YouTube, but you're actually playing the algorithm. So it's how you name your videos and things like that becomes the important part. And actually doing 1 or 2 videos a day. The more videos you do, the more YouTube is likely to grab your stuff.
Yeah, we started naming all of our stuff like Alabama football, and it's just blown up. Like Stephen, like you said, Stephen, people just search Alabama football, and it's like 3 or 4 on down the list now. So,
yeah. You need to sign into a damn YouTube account. You need people to sign into it. Yeah, that's also true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They won't do it though. I mean, it's free to make.
The Rays won again, by the way.
Steve, you missed your chance. You could have been
like I said. I do not want a local team. I do not want to go to games. That is too expensive. It's like $50 a ticket.
Dadgum.
Yeah.
Well, so you at least get more coverage down there.
Yeah, but that's through Bally's, which would cost me $19 a month.
Yeah.
To get, I can get the major. I'm paying less than that for the major league package for the Tigers.
True.
I mean, you're right, Stacey. I mean, honestly, any kind of search engine is free. You can look up YouTube on Yahoo. You can look up YouTube on DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Bing. It's all free. Just make a damn account.
Yeah. That's all you got to do. Just create a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. Just sign in.
Right.
And subscribe.
Another thing, after your video, depending on what your video is, should be something like the Georgia Bulldogs podcast, Alabama Crimson Tide podcast, if you have the room to do that. Because the more you can put it on there, whenever they just search on Google Alabama Crimson Tide podcast, you'll have all those things backed up and we'll be at the top of the list. But if they search Ole Miss Podcast, I'm the first thing that pops up.
Out of the 4 podcasts dedicated to Ole Miss.
There's more than 4.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can be like my friend Matt, who's just killing it with the Bleav In Badgers podcast. If you're into Big Ten football, go see him. He just did an episode with Melvin Gordon. Pretty big.
Doesn't he also do like a Vanderbilt podcast?
Not anymore. He kind of gave that up.
What did their 3 fans think of that?
They were probably devastated. So devastated they just went on about their business.
It's like Mr. Commodore and like 2 other people, like the 2 whistlers. They're just in there like a support. It's more like a sports support group than a podcast.
Yeah.
Emotional support group.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. If you ask him, he's like, nothing good to talk about.
No, really. No crap.
It got so bad that when I was thinking of ways to just get on Locked On, I was like, okay, Locked On Vandy, and Zach was like, nah,
you don't want that.
No, just no.
There might be something to talk about Vandy this year, though. I mean, we talked about it last week. They could be a dark horse, and
we can be their. Well, Jeb can be their speaker.
Right.
Thank you, Chauncey. Sure. Yeah. Everything how we name stuff in our my description is completely intentional. Everything we do, and it is designed so that people can do that. I'm not as popular as I am because I'm the best quality podcast out there. I'm the most popular potentially out there because I play the algorithm. It's silly, but it's about convincing AI to put your stuff out to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
Alabama
up.
could really use another podcast.
Yeah. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, Stacey, we were talking about glory hunters the other few minutes ago.
Oh,
Jeb, don't Google that.
don't Google the other thing.
I've gone down the rabbit hole of the Negro League baseball team, Nashville Stars. So,
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, you mentioned Tennessee getting the baseball team, and then I looked it up, and that's what they want to name them as the Stars. And I was looking at the history as to why. Some crazy stuff. Anyway, sorry.
That'd be kind of cool. The Nashville Bachelorettes.
Yes, if they want to be honest.
so
Thank you,
Cassidy, she wants me to tell y'all what she made tonight.
What'd you
And
make?
she made it last night, but first time she's ever done it. But she made a meatloaf for us.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
That's a risk because meatloaf is very difficult because like the margin of error for meatloaf is really, really small.
And it was really, really good. So
And I don't know if it's because my mom's just not good at making meatloaf, but like I just despise meatloaf. I think just because growing up it was just awful.
mhm.
I had a bad experience.
Yeah, she put ketchup on top, but then I added A1 sauce on top of that when I got it done. So
My wife made meatloaf for me shortly after we got married. She forgot to put the bread and stuff in there, so basically I just had like ground beef and eggs. Yeah.
oh
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, the voice of God did that.
Kason lets his meatloaf every day.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
boy. Not surprised that one came on. Well done,
Meat-
Kason.
Meatloaf could sing too. Talking about the real meatloaf. My gosh, I miss that man.
Kason.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. So, yeah,
Yeah.
It's After Dark, guys. I mean, you're right. It's After Dark.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is.
That's the whole purpose of this channel, to be a little bit different, to be a little bit fun.
A little bit fun. I want to be a lot fun. I want to be. I want to
We'll
be
just
a fun show that talks about everything. Kind of
Right.
the sports version of the sports podcast version of Seinfeld. The show about nothing.
yeah, that's
Show
kind of what
about
we are.
All right. Let me ask y'all a question because I'm sure these are two movies. Since we're going to do this reaction, these are two movies I'm sure everybody has seen already, and they're kind of out there. But the National Treasure movies, which one is the best? The first one or the second one?
Oh, first one.
First one's the best, but
Yeah, I
Gotta be
agree.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one's pretty good too.
yeah, I was gonna say I enjoyed them both.
I haven't seen number 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed the series that just came out on Disney.
I hadn't
Plus.
seen it yet. I heard it
I
was
haven't
really
seen that
good.
yet
Though.
either.
It's fantastic. I mean,
gotta
they
watch
even go to like Vicksburg, Mississippi, at a certain
wow.
point. Yeah.
They get lost.
No, they went there on purpose, looking for a swamp in Louisiana. So
Well, close
it.
enough.
Interesting.
I had a student hit me with this. This is going to be a flashback for everybody. Carmen Sandiego.
I used to love that game. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
That
Is it a game?
It was computer games back when
Oh.
It was a computer game.
Jeff, you just
It was a
showed your
computer
age,
game that
buddy.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was,
know.
it was a computer game that was made off of a kids show.
Okay. I will say I did play the Oregon Trail, though.
No.
I think
was
it's
a
the other way
computer
around.
game. Yeah,
Carmen
it
Sandiego. Oh,
was
they made a
kid
show off the game.
Yeah, off the game.
Yeah.
Because whenever the first computers were in the libraries, and I remember this because
Yes.
I was
Oregon
like,
Trail and Carmen Sandiego.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
I
were
did
around the
play
same
the-
time. Oregon Trail was first, but they were pretty close at the same time.
Okay.
I
I
did
see.
play that, though. I don't remember that other one, though.
See, I didn't know which one came first because I was too young to really know or care.
Now, if you bought the home version, it came with like a book, and basically you had to put in the game and start trying to figure out where she was in the world, and they would give you like you'd have to ask people for clues as you traveled around, and then you'd have to look up those clues in the book to figure out what area they may be talking about, and then travel there. And it was entertaining. It was a very fun game when I was young.
The
Plus, I was a
Loot.
big nerd that loved to learn that kind of stuff.
The warrant. She's in jail.
No, it was definitely a game first.
Yeah,
I remember the cartoon, but
I was always in Santiago, Chile. I mean, for whatever reason, I was in Santiago, Chile all the time.
that's where she liked to hide. I don't know. She was down there chilling with the ex-Nazis. No, anyway, it's.
That's Argentina.
Now wait, Jake, you said 2 movies earlier, or were you
Yeah,
talking
what's-
about the 2 national treasures?
Yeah, 2 national treasures. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That movie, always a Diane Kruger fan after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, so speaking of education, I had to educate a student of mine on. He asked me. He goes, "Coach, have you ever seen Ocean's 11?"
Oh,
And 12 and 13.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, and they got a little bit worse every time, but
yeah.
I like 13 better than 12, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
11 was the
13.
best, though.
11 is the best. I would go 11, 13, 12.
The worst one's 8.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, actually.
Ocean's 8.
Yeah, I just not going to see that one. Just going to forget that
Yeah,
one.
I
It's
just-
just
Ask him if he's seen the one from the 1950s. Because that is a remake.
Yeah, because it had the
With the Rat Pack, I think.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Rat Pack. It was Frank Sinatra and those guys.
so he watched it and he was like, oh my god, like he kept like he was watching it like instead of doing his work, he was just watching it and his mind was just so I just let him kind of go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept asking me questions. I'm like, just keep. He's one of those that like. So what's going to happen now? Just
Yeah.
watch.
How are they going to get out of that? No, it is. It's a lot of fun just to watch and be entertained. It's definitely one of those that is it's easily rewatchable because everybody just gives a great performance. I like that movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
12 seemed like they were just trying too hard to be like 1 again. I don't know why. I just didn't enjoy that. But then 13, I feel like even though maybe it was Al Pacino that made me like that one so much, but I just feel like that one went right back to the original formula and did it almost as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a question. Have
Sure.
y'all seen the Indiana Jones 5 trailer?
Yes.
I did see that play against in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but that new one came out.
Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't
that
seen
was
the newest
that was
one.
like a teaser. Yeah.
Okay.
A better
Yeah,
one
yeah.
came out.
Okay, I gotta watch it then.
Yeah, I got to watch it too. Indiana Jones.
And the Dial of Destiny.
Yep.
We had different experiences here at Chauncey. He's gone back and watched old classic movies, and I was watching things like Mannequin. Yeah. It's,
I watched The Marksman with Liam Neeson.
that
That's
doesn't
a
sound
good-
bad. I hadn't seen that.
It's a suspenseful movie, but I felt like it just kind of ended.
And isn't that the way that Liam Neeson movies kind of do?
Usually
Even the
just kills
Phantom
everybody
Menace?
and walks away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just ended. I was like, oh, I was enjoying that.
Oh, Friday
like-
is Jake's birthday? What?
He's going to be 22. Wait,
32.
24 years old.
No, 32.
young buck.
Nice.
You gotta have somebody young in this group in this panel.
You were almost born when I graduated high school.
Oh my gosh. Have I told y'all that my parents there's a 24-year difference between them?
No.
Yeah,
24?
my dad just turned 80. My mom's 54,
Oh my God.
and so
Good for him.
people was like, what? And I was like, oh, so let me just explain it a little bit better. And I'll tell people this: say, when my dad was graduating college, my mom was being born, pretty much.
That just reminds me of a SNL skit, Meet Your Second Wife. I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like 18. That's not that bad. Oh, yes, and she's pregnant with your second wife.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite SNL skit, speaking of reactions.
So many.
Oh, I
mean, you
Peyton
gotta have
Manning.
more cowbell.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning.
Cowbell, Peyton Manning United Way commercial,
Yeah.
court
Man
soakers.
down by the river.
Matt Foley, motivational speaker, church lady.
The one with
cheeseburger.
Chris Farley and Adam Sandler, their old married couple, is one of the best ever.
Yeah, I've seen that one. All right.
Yes.
That one's good.
Yeah.
You know, one that never gets talked about as much that I love, because you mentioned the Peyton Manning one, but The Rock has some good ones too. And his promos, his wrestling promos, are some of the best stuff. They get so dark.
Yes.
This guy has herpes. It's just the worst.
Of course, he said that in the wrestling ring too. He didn't care. I don't think he had a filter when it comes to wrestling. That was a PG show, but he didn't care. He just
isn't that special?
Yeah.
Late 90s, man. They said almost anything they wanted.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The Spartan cheerleaders.
Maybe Satan.
What do you have? Cheeseburger.
Oh, many good ones.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones they done lately with Family Feud, all of them have been pretty good too.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Celebrity Jeopardy is good.
And Black Celebrity Jeopardy. Both
I'll take the rapist for 500, Trebek.
Let tits now.
That's
what your mother said last night.
And
the one with the I forgot the news when they do
a weekend update.
Yes, those are
weekend updates have always been one of the best parts of the show.
When the two hosts now of Weekend Update when they write each other jokes.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Kyle Juster and that because he does not want to say that stuff.
And then you realize he's married to Scarlett Johansson, and then you're like, okay,
yeah.
You're
like, you deserve this, buddy.
yeah.
What's so good is they try not to laugh, and they almost break character sometimes. They just get into it so much. It's so funny.
Yeah, Michael Shea is hilarious too. That is the best part.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm just glad that nobody's tried to cancel him.
Yeah,
ain't that true?
Well, they probably tried. I have an opinion on that. Is you have to agree to be canceled.
Oh, really?
Well, we found out recently that's kind of true. If you just say, "Nah, I don't care."
Yeah. What can they do? Yeah.
It's not like they arrest you. So.
Yeah. It's just you have to agree to stop doing what you're doing that's ticking people off. Eventually, the people you're ticking off will go away. Either that or they'll keep watching as hate watching and do the whole thing where, like on Howard Stern, they said the people that hate your show listen 18% longer than people that love it,
Yeah. Want to see what
Why?
You're saying next.
You're gonna see,
yeah. Well,
Private Parts. What a great movie.
It was a great movie. It kind of makes sense though. I mean, even with some actors, when you think about it, like Kevin Spacey. Yeah, got accused of one thing and just disappeared, and we've never heard from him since. He just left.
Well, the thing he got accused of is not the greatest.
Not great, but didn't get arrested or anything. I mean, he could have worked around that if he had tried. He just didn't try. He disappeared. And then you think about somebody like Tom Cruise, who's just crazy and in a cult, and he just didn't care. He just keeps pumping out movies, and people keep going because they're good movies.
He's phenomenal at. He is a great actor, which is probably why he's crazy.
Well, that's a good point. And who cares if you're in a cult as long as you put out good movies?
Yeah, Maverick is a fantastic movie. It really is.
I haven't seen it yet.
The latest one is actually really good. I was surprised.
Yeah. If you have Paramount Plus, you can see it free.
Yep.
I don't.
If you subscribe to Paramount Plus. God, you know what show that I'm glad that came back? That
you need to because 1923.
Yeah. I have avenues to get around that.
Okay.
Yeah. I can watch it.
I got to finish Beavis and Butthead first.
Beavis and Butthead, yes. And Kaysen said in the chat that he made his students watch Three Stooges the other day.
Oh, nice.
I still enjoy the old Three Stooges movie every now and then.
They wasn't amused though.
I don't know what about Beavis and Butthead just makes me just die laughing.
Because it's so good.
It's the dumbest show of all time.
Yeah.
I was a little bit too old when Beavis and Butthead originally came out. I mean, I was probably 20 years old at that point.
Dude, I was the great Cornholio dude. That's
you need TP for your bunghole?
Yeah. TP for my bunghole. Yeah, Family Guy is
Family Guy.
Family Guy is elite.
You think about some of the cartoon shows they come out with. I mean, Beavis and Butthead, Family Guy, Ren and Stimpy. I mean, there's a lot of like
South
dirty.
Park. Yeah.
I mean, SpongeBob. You go back and really listen to SpongeBob now as an adult, you're like, my gosh, the innuendo in that show.
See, that's another one I missed completely. I remember people being obsessed with it, but I was a little old, so I just didn't. And now I kind of regret that I never watched it.
Like I was too old for like Hey Dude.
Oh,
I know, I
wow.
watched that.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into Ren and Stimpy.
I watched
I
a
liked
little
Ren
bit
and
of it.
Stimpy.
South Park and Family Guy are both elite.
And
But
South Park, yeah.
South Park is the one you watch when you want to see them just rip apart somebody for something stupid that's going on.
Yep.
And Family Guy is the one they just want to laugh at.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
The
he's
Simpsons
also
is
not
good.
afraid to make a joke. Yeah, Simpsons was good.
Angry Beavers. That was another good one.
Let's see, what other animated shows did I enjoy?
Futurama is really good.
Yeah.
That's how
I enjoyed Futurama a lot, actually.
Yeah, I did.
I like American Dad.
American Dad's good.
I like Rick and Morty as well.
Rick
Yes.
and Morty. Arctic Hunger Force. I really liked it.
My favorite South Park episode is the Tom Cruise is in the closet episode.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I love the World of Warcraft ones. I don't know why, but that one gets me every time.
It's the end of the world of Warcraft.
Yeah.
You've been pwned.
I just like the new player doing. He's like going into a wall. It's just absolutely hilarious.
Mhm.
He's just telling his coworker about it. See, I'm an elf. I'm moving at this guy. Yes, it's a lot of fun. Oh, you're dead. What? Why? And I love how seriously they all take it. I don't know why. That one makes me laugh.
That one's funny. The it's gonna happen 2 days before the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, Randy's the best. Thought this was America. Isn't this America?
Best episode. The best episodes are
They
Randy.
took our jobs.
God.
When it was real similar. Whenever they decided to do shows based on Randy, it's the same thing as when the Simpsons decided to build around Homer.
Yeah. Shifted the focus away. Not as much on the kids. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that. You just got to find that right character.
How'd you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, how would you like to suck my balls,
Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison?
It's a great thing. It's like whenever their body was just like the shock value wore off of Mr. Garrison with Mr. Hat, he went to
Yeah.
Mr. Slave.
Yeah. Oh no. Then had a sex change. I just went crazy with that character.
Yeah. Buckle up,
Chef.
buckaroos.
Oh gosh.
Chef and his songs.
That's
Which I liked his character. I was sad that he decided to pick his cult over it, but whatever. It happens. I don't fault people for being in a cult. Do what you want to.
yeah.
If it makes you happy.
Just so everybody knows, the Toronto Blue Jays won the game,
Oh, of course they did.
as is
Makes-
tradition.
If it makes you feel any better, the Braves won theirs. They were tied up this whole time, so they just won it late in the game.
Yep.
Playing Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
The big red machine ain't no big red machine right now.
No. One of my former students, he played baseball at Hillwood. His dad is the pitching coach for the Cincinnati Reds.
Nice.
Fun fact.
It ain't pitching that's their issue. It's hitting.
Yeah,
They have no hitters whatsoever.
They can't hit a lick. So, but some things to watch for: G-Day, Grove Bowl, and Grove Bowl is not the most important thing going on in Hemingway Stadium in the next couple of weeks.
It is to me because I'm not a Morgan Wallen fan.
Ha! I thought you had tickets for it.
Man.
No sand in your boots.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have never heard a single song of his. I have no idea what he sounds like.
I'm with
It's
you on
when I'm riding around with my wife, that's the channel it's on is the Big 98, and they just play a lot of Wall, and so I'm just familiar.
I think whenever you hit the point where you quit listening to modern country, that kind of dates where you are. And mine was like 1993.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's
when
later in the 90s, but
yeah, that's when I quit listening to pop music essentially and pop country.
Yeah, I don't listen to this new age country. I always listen to
outlaw country.
Yeah, I listen to like Willie and Haggard and all them. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's
I'm a Hank, Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson when it comes to country.
You're asking if I'm a classic rock fan. Chauncey, it depends on what you mean by classic rock.
Yeah, really.
It's probably not what I think of whenever you think of classic rock.
It's probably classic rock now.
Yeah.
What was around 1800 that was rock?
What was his name? Stephen.
Mozart was kicking it back then.
What was A Million Ways to Die in the West? It's like there's only 4 songs and they're all by.
Oh, the guy who does Can't Down Ladies English. I don't remember his name.
Oh, the do da day. Hey, that would take me alive, copper.
Stephen Foster. That's his name.
Stephen Foster.
Yeah. Jeb, let me hear you sing, Casey said.
Absolutely not.
And you double as Luke Combs, apparently. I would never want to. I would never want to be him. I just want his money.
Let's see.
Beautiful
I wonder.
Dreamer? What?
I kind of like Cole Swindell's music a little bit.
Who?
Cole Swindell.
It's okay.
I don't keep up with anybody's name because I just listen to the radio and whatever song is playing sounds great. But
you had me at Heads.
Tell me who it is.
Heads, Carolina, Tails, California. That's
Yes.
it's a catchy song.
Was that? Is that Jody Messina?
Well, yeah, the original. Yeah, but Cole Swindell makes a song about like a girl doing karaoke too with that song.
So they're really just making remakes of songs now, not even covers.
Yeah,
no, it's not a remake. That song is about a girl doing karaoke. And
I know, but that song he's doing a song. It's like Star Wars: The Force Awakens to A New Hope. It's essentially the same song, but it's slightly different.
I don't get your reference really.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't understand your reference.
Yeah.
Y'all seen this really old movie called Star Wars?
They were doing.
Which reminds me, I need to go ride Rise of the Resistance again. It's been too long since I've done that.
So there's a YouTube video put out by this company called Studio Binder. Steve, you may have heard of them. I discovered them because I watch a lot of their stuff for school to like present to my students. One of them was how, a lot of behind the scenes of how they made the original Star Wars, stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that like on the Skywalker Ranch, the George Lucas thing. And yeah, the stuff they did to make that look as good as it did was impressive because they basically just made models.
Well, I may be a minority here, but I'm not a big fan of Dolly Parton. Never have been.
Oh boy, we're gonna get into this one again.
You don't have to listen to her music, but you have to say you love her. That's how it works.
Nope. I will, and Whitney Houston absolutely destroyed Dolly's version of I'll always love you.
Well, Dolly made money off of that.
I don't care. Whitney Houston's the queen.
I'm about to walk
off
this
the best Dolly Parton song is probably Jolene.
And there's been better versions out since hers.
Yeah.
They'll listen to.
And the most overrated Dolly Parton song is the one where they talk about working.
Working 9 to 5.
Put 'em in the colors is good.
Drop them out, Stacey said. That's a good, yeah. You heard that.
Drop them out.
Let me see them.
Okay. Let's say aliens just popped out of the sky, right?
Oh, my topic.
And you they could speak
Whitney
English
Houston.
miraculously, you know. And you
That
wanted
happens.
you wanted to play them one country song.
What accent
To
do they? What accent do they have?
I don't know, Seattle.
Seattle has an accent.
Wait,
I played Nirvana.
do tell.
Done.
Okay.
Country.
Yeah, what country song would you play for them
Friends in Low Places.
to show the essence of country music so they can understand the genre?
Friends in Low Places.
Mm. Good.
The ultimate karaoke song.
Good
Probably
old-
you never even call me by my name, David Allen.
That's a good one.
very good one.
Perfect
Okay.
country and western song.
Exactly.
You
And
don't
they had-
have to call me darling. Darling.
Perfect. Once he adds the last, the whole last
Jake,
phrase there.
come on.
It was raining. And my mom got out of prison.
Yeah, country boy can't survive. That's
It's a good way to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay. My choice.
I
My
love
choice.
Spitz Beach, done that dude's eye.
Yeah.
Shoot him with my old 45. Go ahead, Steve.
You proud of yourself? All right.
Actually, I am.
The Dixie Chicks, Traveling Soldier.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's just the chicks now, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
No. That song was sung by the Dixie Chicks.
And Goodbye Earl, I had to play that for him too.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It is.
Chauncey Sturgill Simpson, You Can Have the Crown.
Oh my God! Yes, I love that song. Yes, Sturgill is that's right. That's right up there. You Can Have the Crown is fire. It is.
Yeah, but I can just sit there. I love Traveling Soldier.
That's a good song.
Just absolutely love it.
What about what about a classic? She's in love with a boy. You can play that in too. That's a good country song. And then what's the one? Should Have Been a Cowboy. There's another good one.
Should have been a
Jay.
cowboy.
Come on now. Shania Twain, No One Needs to Know.
Oh, that's a great song. Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm
English
not
Shania Twain would be really
I'm not
good,
as
though.
well versed in country as you guys are.
English Shania song is great. They call me King Turd up here on Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown.
I grew up like 200 yards away from Faith Hill.
Mm-hmm. What is that song of hers that I like? Must Be the Way You Love Me. Oh, what is it?
I'm an Indian outlaw.
That's
Half Cherokee and Choctaw.
Corey knows like 3 country songs.
yeah.
He's
What about
done.
what about Kalijah? Kalijah from the
Kalijah.
that man.
I think we're starting to lose the plot.
Mm.
Oh, by the way, I have an idea for a podcast that we can do, and this could be our Just a Guys podcast. Okay? I came up with the name If You've Lost the Plot, and Jeb just recounts plots of movies from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what we do already?
Let's start with Back to School. So there's this rich dude named Thornton Millen. No. That's the next thing I'm going to watch, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if you do the reaction videos, that'd be great. And then you have the If You Lost the Plot. I mean, that'd be fantastic as well. What do y'all think in the chat? Do y'all like the idea of If You've Lost the Plot?
So there's this war movie, right? And they're in court. And this guy apparently ordered a code red.
I love that.
They weren't sure.
That honestly has one of my favorite lines when I practice law in it, because it is a good description of how the law works, and I think a lot of people need to hear it today. But it's that where Demi Moore's getting mad at him because he won't fight for these kids because she knows they didn't do it. And he says, you just both live in the same dream world. It doesn't matter what I know. It only matters what I can prove. So stop telling me what I know because I know the law. And I love that because I've had to bring that up with people before who don't understand that in court it only matters what you can prove, what evidence you're actually presenting. Because what he did in that movie was dumb, and he was dumb lucky it worked. But he knows that. I think he knew that when he went into it, that what he was doing was stupid. That was a good movie. Anyway, sorry. Went down the wrong path there.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth. Yeah.
But Jeb would be the person that could tell you like the military statute that the code red broke. I mean, his memory of these older movies is just absolutely fantastic. There's stuff that you just absolutely would not know. He could probably tell you the whole plot of 48 Hours right now.
So stay with me. There's these 4 kids. They get Saturday school.
Breakfast Club. I know this one. Good movie. Do we want to do 48 Hours? Because I can't do that one.
Well, there's this kid. His parents go out of town. He has this raging party. He loses an egg. He has to make money.
A risky business. That's a good one.
There's a line in one of my favorite video games. Jeb, you may have played this, but it's from Saints Row 2. Have you ever played the Saints Row series?
I love the Saints Row series, yes.
And when they're in the courtroom or Johnny gets arrested, you got to break him out. You know, he's in front of the judge, and she's like, you know, you have 250 counts of murder. And he's like, I think, that should be restricted down to whatever. And she's like, there's no
statute of limitations.
On murder. Yeah. And he's like, why the not?
Oh, I'll just say incredulousy is about that.
There's
no statute of limitations on murder.
Yeah, it's like why the not?
I don't think so we have a question. What's y'all's 3 desert island movies? I don't think I've watched 3 desert island movies, so I guess the only one I'm going to go with is
Castaway.
What was that one?
It's not a movie, but Gilligan's Island would definitely be on that list.
There's a movie called The Island, but it's not about a desert island. So.
Yeah,
Isn't that about girls that get stuck on the spit of land and there's a shark-infested waters they have to swim across?
Isn't there a Van Damme movie about a desert island where there's like a prison colony that he was trying to get off of it?
That's The Rock, and that's Sean Connery.
No, that's Alcatraz. That's not a desert island.
To you, it's not.
There's a movie.
This one was in the Foreign Legion, but what?
Let's see.
No, The Island had Scarlett Johansson in it.
I'm trying to think of that. There's a movie that is about.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
all right.
okay. 3 movies I'm taking to an island. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way I could pick only 3 movies. I love movies.
I think this is right here.
Let's see. I would go Miracle. Obviously, it's my favorite movie of all time. I can watch Miracle 5 times a year every year. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
And let's see.
But is it a desert island or is it a deserted island? Because if it's a desert island, there's no water. You don't want to take Miracle because then when you cry, you're just leaving water out and it's hard to replenish it.
Survivor Island. That's what I was trying to think of.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Kelly Brooks in it.
And Stacey, you should watch The Island. Because to me, that's like the most beautiful she's ever looked was in that movie. I don't know why. That's when I developed my crush on her.
Jeb's taking the first 3 Fast and Furious movies.
No,
I've never seen that whole series.
Especially Tokyo Drift.
I guarantee you there's a Star Trek movie involved in this.
The Star Trek movies are not the greatest, honestly. The TV shows were amazing, but their movies were. I mean, The Search for Spock was pretty good, and then that's really kind of about it. Well, the newest one, I like the remake, first remake.
But everybody loves The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, okay, 2 and 3 were a pretty good combination. The Wrath of Khan and then The Search for Spock. So yeah, those 2 together were all right.
All right, I'm taking Gladiator.
That's a good one,
dude.
So we're doing our top 3 movies?
Are you not entertained?
Major League. I take Major League, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Miracle.
Yes, Major League for sure. Love Major League.
So our 3
just a bit outside. Try the corner mist, and then Dark Knight. I'm taking Dark Knight. That movie was incredible.
I would have Troy.
Troy's a great movie.
Yeah. Dark Knight. What's that other movie?
Yeah, Troy was a tough one to cut.
Yeah.
And so was Braveheart, and so was
Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan's my third.
Yeah, that's so heavy for a desert island.
See, that's my problem. I'm sitting here thinking it needs to be movies that are just easily enjoyable and you can just escape into for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you're trapped on a desert island that somehow has a DVD player and a TV.
What about Shawshank Redemption? Wasn't it on an island? It went to prison on the island or something?
No.
Okay. It's a good movie too, though.
He just has to swim through a river of shit.
Well, okay.
It was really tough for me to
That's the ocean,
cut
ain't it?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that's a metaphor.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck his response. No.
Step
Brothers, yes.
Talladega Nights.
Anchorman.
I
was
Old
gonna say,
school.
Will Ferrell had a string there of
Like-
movies.
I don't believe you.
Ooh.
I don't believe you.
There's one that's on the cusp of mine. I'm thinking about pulling Major League for Wedding Crashers.
That's a good
It's a
one.
classic.
Step Brothers. I might have to cut somebody. I might have to cut Major League too.
Yeah.
I might have to throw in Step Brothers.
If you hit it, you can rename it. How about the Masturbator? There's
Shake.
Major League 2. I do realize that.
Equally as good.
Yeah, Gladiator is a really good movie.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the legions of the North, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will get my vengeance, whether it be this life or next.
All right.
The guy just leaves flabbergasted, and you're like, yes. And then he kills like 3 tigers. You're like, this guy's an alien.
Why
You
not just
killed
watch
one
an
with your
alien movie?
bare hands. Huh?
Alien, remember? Oh, Paul. I just watched Paul like yesterday, I think. Which has an alien in it. That's those people that did Shaun of the Dead and
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
Oh, I love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that comedian couple. I can't remember their names now for some reason. Blanking on it. Nah, well, anyway.
Can y'all hear me?
Cassidy?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah.
I'm
know.
trying to think of my top 3 like
It's all
check your brain at the door movies.
You look normal on this end if you can hear us.
Yeah, I was gonna say it hadn't frozen up on us. So
I
don't do anything
don't
crazy.
know if I'd say you look normal, but
And Cassidy, Lord of the Rings being good is in the same way that The Stand is good. It's still a 9-hour
Everything's
miniseries.
frozen on my end.
Oh, well.
is anybody taking Club Dread?
No.
That's a really
No.
good movie.
Maybe Super Troopers. But
Oh, Super Troopers.
Super.
Love that one. Tommy Boy. I'm taking Tommy Boy.
that's a fun movie. Yes.
Can I bring up just a sack full of DVDs?
Yeah, Corey's gonna need Santa.
What about Scarface?
Satchel.
I'm gonna need a whole boat just for my DVDs.
And another one of his, Al Pacino's movies I really liked. The Devil's Advocate. That was a really good movie.
That was.
I love that movie. Yes.
Yeah.
It does not get near enough credit that it should get.
Devil's Advocate, Scarface.
Hey, Steve, you there?
Yeah,
He
I'm
was
here.
also in Jack and Jill. So
Dunkachino.
Did we lose Steve?
that's a terrible movie. No, I see it.
I just can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Corey,
I can hear
probably
you,
take us out of here.
Corey, and Jeb. I just not hear.
All right, we're gonna take it out. I can only take 3, Chauncey. You're a buzzkill. Okay. All right. So in this life or the next, we will be the greatest show on this side of the Mississippi. So we are SEC After Dark, and I say after, and the emphasis is more on After Dark. We are presented by BetOnline.ag, and soon to be your company at some point. So if you want to be in that list of presented by, please get in touch with us. So for Jake Thomas, Jeb Beecham, Stephen Willis, I'm Corey Burton. Again, we are SEC After Dark on the Y'all's Conference Network in conjunction with the Bleav Network. We will see you back here next week, but until then, go Dogs.
Hotty toddy.
Oh.
Roll Tide. I can't hear nobody, but see y'all.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Corey gonna do gladiator quotes.
I have to watch that movie. Can we take a TV series? 'Cause I'm taking Entourage.
You want to do TV series next week?
I started rewatching that and forgot about it. I need to go pick that back up.
Yeah, 1923.
I mean, we'll have that
that is the TV series.
reaction show about 1923.
We need to start off, when you start off easy and go Entourage, that's an easy watch.
I like to have something I can watch while I'm working that I don't have to always be paying completely